In order to make these classes as freely accessible as possible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or a class that involves laying on the ground, like this one, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area or towel. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek medical advice or care is needed. William and Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. All right, I'll assume that we're all on the same page with that one. And just because we're not like in a regular studio and this isn't like a crazy cardio class, still make sure you're taking care of yourself, drink water, take breaks. It's definitely hot outside. So, all right, and feel free to put stuff in the chat if you have any questions or anything along the way. I will be checking it out as we go along. So we can go ahead and start in standing. Get yourself all set up. Make sure y'all can see me in my beautiful living room. All right, good. Everyone can see me? Awesome. It's a little bit dark, but that's okay. Nobody needs to see my face that much. All right, so getting started with our warm-up, we're just gonna start in a neutral position, get those feet nice and grounded. We're gonna roll through all of our feet, all four corners, feeling those toes grounded. And if you're gonna put on that playlist, you can go ahead and start that now. Good. Let's start adding some movement up and down. I'm going to take a big breath up and exhale. Inhale and exhale, letting all that sleep fall out of our body. Maybe you just woke up. Lazy Sunday. One more. Stepping it out a little bit wider into about a second position. That's from ballet. We're going to reach all the way left and right, isolating our rib cage. Left and right, feeling that top half isolate. Next time we reach over to our right, I'm going to come all the way over top for a side bend. Stretching those fingers long, feeling it along our side body. Reaching for 3, 2, and 1. Coming up. Good. Back to those isolations. Reaching to our opposite side for that same side body stretch. All the way over. Reaching long for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to turn that into a big stretch circle. So I'm going to reach over to my left, turn it into a flat back, and then swoop all the way down, back up to the top. Good. One more time on that side. All the way over. Flip your back. Reaching all the way down and around. One more time. Good. Let's do it to the other side. And flip. Coming all the way down. I know my body is cracking. I can feel my hips making noise. And one more on this side. Awesome. Taking some big breaths here in our wide second position. Breathing up tall. And a loud, audible exhale. The theme for today's class, I thought of this morning as celebration, because I think a lot of us have something to celebrate around this time. I know myself and my peers have just finished our last ever classes of undergraduate at William and Mary. Maybe you're finishing your last year of school or just regular classes. Maybe we're just celebrating as a community to be making it to May, seeing our world start to open up again. So set that as your intention today, or choose your own. Just try to bring some joy and celebration into every movement. We have 3 more. 2. And 1. I know I'm already feeling nice and warm. Let's take some shoulder rolls one at a time. Keep going there. Rolling them back and to the front, peeling those shoulder blades apart. Great job. Stepping our feet right underneath our hips. We're going to come into a narrow squat position, start to get some vertical range of motion loosening up. I'm going to send my hips back like I'm sitting back in a chair, arms forward, and then come straight back up, pushing those hips forward. Nice gentle squat to get started. Keeping those knees over toes, making sure they're not going too far forward. I'm like a shadow in this light. Kind of funny. Paying attention to our breath. Maybe assigning an inhale as we go down, and exhale as we rise. Next time we squat, let's stay down at the bottom, sending those arms high above our head into a chair pose. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale, go a little lower. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Rise. We're going back to those squats, this time arms to heart center. Weight is in our heels. I can wiggle my toes if I wanted. We're gonna change up the pace. So we're gonna go down slow. 3, 2, 1, and hold and rise. Good, back down. 3, 2, 1, and hold and rise. 2 more times. Don't beat me to the bottom. I'm already feeling that shake. Awesome job. Shake out those legs really fast. Let's take an ankle roll to the front. And switch feet. It is a balmy 80 degrees in Williamsburg today, so I'm feeling the sweat. So I hope you guys are too. Great, we're gonna start with some marches, continuing that range of motion in the front. So like we have a string attached to our kneecap, I'm gonna pull it up, set it down, pull, and down. Keeping our upper body proud, we're not moving towards our feet, we're letting our knees come to us. Let's add some arms, pulling down and pull. Elbows to hips. Feeling those knees come up a little bit higher each time for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's add a twist. Keep those legs moving the same way, elbow to knee. Cross that midline. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, finishing it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Bringing it back down into that wide squat that we were in for our deep breaths. We're gonna have 3 options for a cardio burst here. So number 1, you can just do our second position squats kind of at turbo speed. So we started just up and down, level 1, double time. Level 2, coming up onto your toes, giving that little extra stretch in your legs. And level 3, you can jump it up and down. My downstairs neighbor's probably not happy. So take your pick. We're gonna start for 30 seconds of a cardio burst. Whenever you're ready, in 3, 2, and 1. You can do double speed, up on your toes. Feeling that heart rate start to rise. For our last few, maybe take your notch up one level. For our final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Awesome job, guys. Take some shoulder rolls to the back. And roll them to the front. We're gonna take it to our mat for the rest of our warm-up. So while you're moving there, grab some water, maybe towel off. I'm definitely gonna grab some water. I'll see if I can make it a little brighter. Don't know how, but. All right, so coming down to your mat. Oh, and I said at the beginning, and if you weren't on before, we're gonna be using some light weights, like 1 to 5 pounds. So if you have anything of that nature in your household, like water bottle, laundry detergent, real weights, just have those nearby. We're not using them at this very moment. So we're gonna come into a plank position and work from there for our warm-up on our mat. So basic plank position can be modified to whatever makes you feel best. So it can be done up on your hands, on your toes, it can be down on your knees, or it can be down on your elbows, whatever variation makes you feel best, just as long as we're keeping those booties engaged and making sure our back isn't up like a mountain or down like a valley. So we're gonna hold our plank just to start out. Take your pick. Ready? Let's go. You know it's a good class when your sweat's dripping onto your mat, when you're only 10 minutes in. We're gonna add some movement to our plank. Small shift forward onto your tippy toes and shift back. Shift forward, shift it back. Or if you're on your knees, just shift a little bit forward and back. Finishing our first hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's send it back to child's pose. First stretch of class. Our hips to our heels, stretching those fingertips forward. All right, hips coming back up. This time we're gonna move into working one leg at a time. So coming back into that plank position, I'm gonna start by pulsing my right leg up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I pull my right knee in, pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back. Left foot, pulse 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse in, 3, 2, 1. Back to the right. Pulse it in. You guys are champions. Left. And in. Let's do it one more time each side. Pulse it in. And left. We're almost done. And pulse. Woo, back to child's pose. That one got me. Send it forward to tabletop. Our hands are right under our shoulders, knees directly under our hips. Let's just shake those hips side to side. Maybe taking a big hip circle, hitting all 4 corners of the mat. And switch directions. And when you're ready, coming back to center, running through some cat-cows. Inhale, looking up to the sky. And exhale, round down back towards your thighs. Inhale, arch up. And exhale, round down. Taking these at your own pace. If at any point during class today you just need a break, feel free to always take it back to tabletop or child's pose. Can be a great recovery place to stay. 3 more cycles. 2, and 1. We're gonna go through a few bird dogs. This is when we take a little bit of balance in our tabletop. So my right hand is gonna come all the way forward and my left foot extending back. We're gonna hold here, sending energy through our fingertips and our toes. Finding energy in this stillness. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Other side. Left arm goes forward, right leg sticks back. And we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to tabletop. Great job, you guys. Tucking our toes, we're gonna get ready to send our hips high into our first downward facing dog, pushing those hips high, heels to the mat, and pressing our chest towards our thighs. Let's walk the dog, pedaling one foot out at a time. Being gentle with our bodies as we get into this position for the first time today. Maybe taking a deep bend in both knees, and the stretch. Just holding this stretch for about 5 more counts. And when you're ready, shifting our weight forward into a high plank, we hold, and then shift it back to down dog. At your own pace, just shifting back and forth. You can also take this down to your knees. Four more times. 3, 2, and last one. Coming down onto those knees, back to child's pose, resting our forehead on the mat. Maybe you got a little sweat mark, I know I do. And sit it up whenever you're ready. Let's take a few seconds to grab some water, wipe some of that sweat away. You guys killed it. We are a quarter of the way done with class. That was so easy. You guys would do it all over again. We're gonna grab our weights whenever you're ready and bring it back up to standing. My loyal roommates are taking this class behind the computer right now, and they're both looking at me silently like, stop. All right, everybody can see me once more. So I'm using some 4-pound weights because that's all we have in the house, but if you have 1, 3, very dark, shift it forward just a little bit. There we go. That's better. Water bottle, another kind of bottle, laundry detergent. We got it. So we're gonna come into first position. That means my heels are together, my toes are pointing towards opposite corners of the room. We're gonna just take some releves. That means we're peeling all the way up and then just putting our heels back on the mat, up onto the balls of our feet and down. Getting comfortable with this movement, really working our Achilles and our calves. We're gonna add some bicep curls. Curl up and down. Thinking about control for both our feet and our arms. We're gonna cut this range of motion in half, stopping about 90 degrees down with our arms. Keep those feet moving the way they are. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those feet where they are. We're gonna do a little bit of a balance while we extend our arms out and in. That's gonna be our arm movement. I'm gonna kick my right foot out and in, bringing it back to my knee. Engaging that core to stay upright. Total control here. 4 more on this side. 3, 2, and 1. Good, switching our weight, maybe shake those hips out. Getting ready to balance on our opposite side. Same arm movements, bringing that foot up, extend it out, pull in. If you feel yourself wobbling, maybe take a slight bend in that supporting leg. You guys are killing this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shoulder rolls to the back. I like these combo movements in the center because we get little arms, little legs. More is always better. And roll to the front. All right, this next move, we're coming back into second position. We know it so well by now. Feet are turned out into a wide stance. This one, we're gonna pretend like we have like a looped resistance band around our arms. So normally we would be like pressing against that resistance. We're just gonna use weights for it instead. So coming down into a low second position, taking our arms straight out in front of us. If you can, I might have to drop the weights midway. We're just gonna press out. Tiny movement. Keeping those arms as straight as you can. Because we want it to be a brain teaser, we're gonna add a lift with the right heel and the left. Maybe you wanna drop your weights, just take it to body weight and press it out. That's totally fine. As long as we're controlling that press out. Heel and heel. Maybe let's take our arms up above our head, keep those heels lifting. And add that press, hands up. Here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those weights or your hands, shake it out. I'm gonna pick my weights back up for the next movement. Feel free to do without. One more balance coming at us. This one kind of comes from a yoga inspired movement. We're gonna do modified tree pose. So your foot can be either down on your calf, at your knee, maybe up at your thigh if you're feeling crazy. We're gonna grow our branches. So using our weights or our hands or our water bottles, we're just gonna grow tall and hold at the top. Using that breath to stabilize you and slowly bring the weights down to 90-degree angles. This time, grow your weights out sideways. Think of all those beautiful spring trees blossoming and grow them back in. This time, pushing them out center. And pull it back in. This time, I want your artistic creativity to flow. Let's just grow our branches however we want them. Maybe swaying in the wind, woo, side to side, but keeping our trunk strong. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet on the ground. That was some beautiful tree waving in the wind, I can already tell. Other side, other foot coming to either your calf, your shin, or your knee. This time, we're gonna start with our creative branches and then move into a little more structure. So, finding that same movement, maybe mirroring what you did on the other side. And when everyone is done waving in the wind, we're all gonna bring our weights to heart center and bring back that same arm extension movement from our last sequence. So just growing straight out and pulling our elbows in, out and pull them in. Weights or no weights. Everyone is balancing. You're so strong. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that tree down to the ground. Shake out that supporting ankle. We have one more arm movement. We're gonna work a little bit on our triceps. So this one you might have done before. So coming to a neutral stance, feet under hips, about a halfway bend in those knees, soft bend, diving our torso forward like we're looking over a cliff. Glue those elbows to your sides and extend straight back and curl in. Straight back and curl. Keeping that neck at a neutral position. Extending those weights even higher each time. Three, 2, and 1. Leave those arms straight out behind you. We're gonna finish it out with some tiny lifts for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can drop those weights. We are done with them. We're gonna take a quick stretch. Crossing our right arm across our chest, grasping either above or below the elbow, and rolling that shoulder down. Check the chat, make sure everyone's doing all right. Oh, thanks, Gabby. And switch it out. Up to a tricep stretch. And switch. All right, let's take about 30 seconds to a minute to grab some water, get ready to transition. We're not actually using a bar today, but we'll still take the transition time. A little bit of a breather. Maybe send me a virtual thumbs up, send me good vibes, I'll catch them, I'll know you're doing great. All right, everybody is ready. We're gonna start our next center floor section. So we did this a few weeks ago last time I taught on Zoom, so you might recognize it. We're gonna go through a sequence of some plies to curtsy lunges and side lifts. So we'll start with the plie and then we'll just keep building from there. So you guys know it well, wide second position. One important thing is that instead of sticking out like a duck, like we're sitting into a chair, we're keeping our back as straight up as possible and we're sliding up and down a wall. That's the goal. So let's just get started there and then we'll add on. So bringing it down and up. You can have hands in heart center, on your hips. Maybe keep holding your weights if you're feeling like you want that extra challenge. Everybody feeling celebratory, feeling that intention? I know I am. All right, we're getting ready to add on our next movement. In 3, 2, and 1. This time I'm gonna pick up my left leg, step it back to a curtsy and reach for that front ankle. And then step it back to my center plie. Stepping the opposite leg back behind me, keeping both feet turned out, down to a curtsy, tap the front ankle, and back to center. Center, and curtsy, and center, and curtsy. Keeping that chest proud, upper body lifted. I know I'm already feeling this in my quads. Looking good, everybody. I see Sabina killing it on camera. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. We're not done yet. I take it back to that second position plie. We're gonna keep going till it's done, working through that fire in our muscles. Next add-on is gonna be a side lift. So coming back to the second position, always in between. I'm gonna bend and then springing onto my right leg, lift high, step it back, and bend. Lift high, step, and bend. Doing this in whatever modification feels good to you. Maybe you just want to keep plie. Keeping that foot straight, that leg straight. Here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guess what? We're gonna put it all together, of course. So we're gonna do everything on our right side and then everything on our left. Sound good? All right, back to those second position plies, starting from square one. We're gonna do plie, curtsy, plie, and lift. Ready? Let's go. Plie, curtsy, plie, lift that left leg. Plie, same side, curtsy, plie, and lift. Becoming one with the movement. You could do this for hours. So fun. I wouldn't make you. Let's go, 3 more. 2. Last set. Whew, back to center. Some active recovery. Slow plie and slow up. Maybe big breath and take it down. One more here. All right, over to our other side. Starting plie, curtsy, plie, and lift. Plie and curtsy, plie, and lift. We got 4 more. Get a little bit lower. Work for that feeling, that burn. Last 2. And last 1. Woo! You guys are champs. Give me a virtual high five, maybe your neighbor. I'll give you guys real high fives. Oh yeah. Grab some water. Catch my breath a little bit. All right. Awesome. Okay, next coming up, we're gonna work from a lunge. So if you have any injuries or concerns about doing lunges, you can modify this into like a narrow squat. You can even do it down on your mat. So whatever feels best for you. So working in a short 90-90 lunge. So what that means is our goal is to get both of our knees to 90-degree angles down real close to the floor, and we'll be working in our lower range of motion. So whenever you guys are ready, let's find that lunge position. You can start with whatever leg front you'd like. Making sure our knee isn't too far out over our front toe. Looking good, guys. All right, starting here with just a rise and a lower, rise and lower. Making sure our feet are on 2 parallel tracks. I know my back leg is shaking every time it extends. All right, we got some modifications that are really gonna challenge our back leg, but I know we can do it. So coming down about halfway, I'm gonna step my back foot in an inch and out an inch and rise. Lower, step it in, step it out, and rise. Good. Never letting that front leg straighten until we're done. One more here. Coming back down about halfway, we're gonna straighten our back leg and bend. A micro straighten and bend. Bringing that heel closer to the mat. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it in. Shake that back leg out. Switching over to our other side whenever you're ready. Switching those feet out. Making sure we don't do the same one twice, because I did that before and you'll be feeling it tomorrow. So finding that lunge, finding that 90-90. Everybody's looking great. And we straighten and bend. Even my feet are sweating. That's rare. Feeling great as we get into these lunges. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it in and out and rise. Lower, step it in, step it out, and rise. We're almost done. Lower, in, out, and rise. One more. All right, that micro extension. Straighten and bend. This is no joke, but we are almost done. You guys are crushing it. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, shake it out. Let's take a quad stretch on both legs, pulling our heel back to our glute. And switch it out. Okay, how's everybody doing? Good? Awesome. We're gonna take it back down to our mat now for some glutes to finish it out, and then a little bit of core. So saying let's take 30 seconds and transition, grab some water. Meeting me in seated position whenever you guys are ready. Oops. All right. for our glutes today, we're gonna start working from a hip bridge. So that's when you're laying on your back, feet are on the mat, and we're gonna be doing some variations from there, and then work from a kneeling position and then to tabletop. But feel free to always come back to that tabletop, resting child's pose, whatever feels good. So coming into our glute bridge first, I'm gonna have my feet planted on the mat, maybe about 3/4 of the way bent, a pretty medium distance from the rest of my body. So the main thing about our bridges that we're doing today, we're gonna focus on our hamstrings. So that means that our heels are gonna be connected, and I'm making the first position with my feet on the mat. That's really gonna engage our inner thighs as we're lifting. So finding that position, just gonna start by peeling my hips up and lowering them down. Just getting comfortable here. Check it in with your body. Maybe starting to feel that heart rate come back to normal. All right, let's leave those hips lifted off the mat and add some tiny pulses up at the top of our range. Lifting up and up. Bring those hips back down to the mat. This time I offer you guys a challenge. Keeping those heels the way they are, we're gonna lift them up off of the mat and try to reconnect them so we're up on our balls of our feet while we're lifting our hips. Real big challenge here, but you can do it. Lifting and lowering our hips. Already feeling that fire a little bit hotter. Maybe keeping those heels where they are or bringing them back down to the mat. We're gonna press our knees out like a butterfly. Press them out and out with those hips lifted. Here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick break, hips down to the mat. We're almost done, I promise. Only a couple more moves. Bringing those hips back up to the sky. I'm gonna swing my hips to the right and to the left. Trying to draw a smiley face with my booty. To the left and right. I'm feeling it. Don't know about you guys. We're gonna finish it out with a combo. Quick break, hips down to the mat. We're gonna do 2 butterfly presses out and 1 smiley face. Bring it up, press it out, and swing right, swing left, press out, swing right, and left. Good. We have 4 more combos. How high can you lift those hips? Work for it. 2 more. Last one. And right and left. Whew. Knees down on the mat. I mean hips. Bring those knees in for a big hug to your chest. Rolling side to side. And then rocking up into a seated position when you're ready. We have 2 more glute exercises, and I know we can do it. So now we're gonna come into a kneeling position. So this one might feel a little bit awkward at first, but it's gonna be okay. So other than, unlike when we do like a side plank and we're leaning with our hand all the way over here, we're gonna place our hand right underneath our shoulder and my knee right underneath my hip. So I'm really leaning on that hand. You can use a fist if you like, but really sitting high on that supporting hip. Good. We're gonna start by flexing that outside leg. We're just gonna bring it front and side. Might feel a little bit awkward at first. That's okay. And you don't have to get any kind of extraordinary height off the ground. And let's lift up and down. Still flexing that foot. 3, 2, and 1. Point that foot. We're gonna kick it forward and back. Knee comes forward and back. Feeling that fire in our glutes, all the way down the side of our leg, into our IT band. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. One final challenge here. We're gonna draw some circles with our big toe, legs pointed straight out to the side. Final challenge, circling it out. And circle to the front or other direction. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, owie, that one burned. So good. To the other side. Finding that same position, hand under shoulder, knee under hip. Lift that foot and flex it. We're gonna bring it front and back. It's always the second side that's harder because we've already worked that supporting leg, but we can do it. Keep that foot flexed. Let's lift it up and down. Three, 2, and 1. Pointing that foot, we're gonna draw that knee forward and kick it back. Knee forward and back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick break before our final circles. We can do it, fight for it. Point that leg, point those toes, draw our tiny circle. Let's go. And switch directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. You guys killed that. So proud of you. Let's come back onto our backs for a figure 4 stretch. Just sitting back a little bit, crossing that right heel over your left leg. Ooh, feel that stretch. And switch it out. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of core before we stretch it out today, but you are done with your glutes, you're done with your legs. That's something to celebrate for sure. So maybe grab a little bit of water, but we're gonna finish it out with some core work. All right, when we are all ready, let's come down all the way onto our mat like we were for our glute bridges. Coming onto our back. Alrighty, so make sure you guys can see me. We're gonna cross that left foot over our right leg, creating a nice 4, just like our stretch. And I'm gonna work on crossing my oblique. We're really gonna work on that twist. So bringing your right elbow to the side of your head, supporting your neck. We're gonna work on crossing, crunching up to the knee, and let it down. Curl up and lower. We are in the home stretch of our work, and I know you can finish strong using all your last bits of energy. Next time we curl up, let's curl up, hold. Back down, curl up, freeze. One more time, curl up, hold. And we're gonna pulse that elbow to the knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch those legs out. Arms back behind the head. Curling up and down. This time, left elbow to right knee. Next time we curl up, hold. Sit back down. Curl up, freeze. One more time, curl up, hold. And let's pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go back to that. Awesome job. We got one more core exercise to do. It's called the Pilates 100. You may have done it before. The main movement is we're gonna peel our neck and our shoulders up off the mat, and we're gonna pump. We're pumping our arms down for 100 beats. Now I'm gonna count us out, and it'll be awesome. So when you're ready, find that position, and I'll get us going. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 30. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 40. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 50. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 60. More than halfway done. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 70. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 80. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 90. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 100. Whew, send those arms long above your head. Amazing job. Let's flip over onto our stomach for one last exercise / stretch. We're gonna do a Superman. It's always good to engage that lower back after we work our core for a little bit of balance. So with our arms straight out in front of our face, let's just start with a small lift, keeping your legs on the ground, lift the top half. Reaching forward with those fingertips. And relax. This time our legs come up too. And lift. Keep that gaze lifted. And relax. One more time. This time we're getting ready to swim. Summer's coming. We're at the pool. All right, get ready and lift. Let's flutter those legs. Maybe pick your favorite stroke. I've always loved the breaststroke. Take your pick. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down to the mat. You have made it through the working part of class today. Pat yourself on the back. And send your hips back into a child's pose. Press to start our cool down. Threading your right hand under your left arm for a shoulder stretch. Back to center. Other arm. And shifting the weight forward into an upward facing dog stretch. Separating those shoulders and the ears looking high. And when you're ready, stepping your right foot through into a lunge. So keeping that back knee down for a supported lunge, or you can pull that back knee up. I'm gonna walk my hands onto my thigh and press forward for a gentle hip flexor stretch. Placing my left hand on the inside of my right foot and twisting up, looking towards that top hand. And back down. Shift the weight back for a hamstring stretch. Flex that front foot. And weight comes forward again. This time, pop that back foot up into a triangle, stretching our nose to knee. And then turn your feet to parallel, pausing in center for a quick stretch. And then walking over to your left foot to lunge on the other side. Back knee down, hands forward, pushing for hip flexor stretch. Shift the weight back. Coming forward again, planting that right hand on the inside of your left foot, twisting up towards that top hand. And back down. This time popping that back knee into a triangle stretch. And turning those feet to parallel once more. This time, heel toeing them into touch. Bending your right knee and walking over to the right side. And bend the left knee. Walk those fingertips over. Knee back to center. Let's grab opposite elbows or hang side to side. Nodding our head yes, and shaking it no. Letting everything shake out, every last stress. And rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Our head is the last thing to come up. And when it does, let's take a big inhale and let it go. And one more. Shoulder rolls to the back. And to the front. And give yourself a round of applause. You guys did it. I'm so happy that you came and joined me today. I hope you feel like you have something to celebrate. I know I was so happy to see all of you. And as long as you keep taking care of yourself, whether it's through fitness classes or cooking or doing whatever else makes you happy, we will all get through this together. So again, my name was Shaina, and I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. I'm going to stop recording, but feel free to hang around and ask any questions.